First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Finding Miller once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. He's got the hook up to Miller.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Brings it in off the deflection. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd down and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. That one into the hands of Flowers. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Touchdown! Zay Flowers as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And running with power here. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And got his man complete. Down the sideline he goes, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On third down, Achane across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Tua on fourth down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. In motion, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Henry out of the pistol. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's got this down to the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Jackson will keep it, and he is going to have a Ravens first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throw caught by Flowers. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 43-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little...
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 43 yards. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
In motion left goes a tight end. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They set up the screen for Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Now Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football.